Howdy folks, it's Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We have already started the Haiti Dominican Republic bush trip. Video 1, or the first video, had leg 1. This is leg 2, so I assume you know what we're talking about already, so let's just get into it. Alright, they put us on the runway, but we're cold and dark, which is fine. Let's just have a quick look around before we start up and take off. Beautiful. I love that they have different auto jumps for different parts of the world, as they should. Port-au-Prince is where we are. So what's going to happen, well, hang on a second, let's enjoy this view too. We'll have the giant roundabout. We're going to take off that way, make a turn immediately, go over the mountains, and head north for a while for this leg. That is the plan, because I looked ahead. Alrighty, let's see where we going here. Port-au-Prince to Mike Tango Charlie Hotel. We'll see what that is when we get there. Let's see, we'll read this. This is a long leg. We'll read this after we start up. How about that? So, I have not rebooted my computer since the sim crashed for video 1, so my switch panel and multi-panel do not work until I reboot because the plugin gets stuck. So I need to redo. We need to do this all manually. Alright, come down here. Let's turn the fuel thing on, and then I think that's all we need to do. Put that forward, crack the throttle, use the key. Whoops, I was reaching over on my switch panel, which doesn't work. Alrighty, what lights do we want on? Let's do pitot heat now. Let's turn all lights on. Whoops, except we want landing, not taxi. Alright, B for barometer because we don't get any weather stuff. And D for gyro drift. Actually, we might get weather because we're at a big airport. Let's see if it tells us. Okay, 300 degrees, and we're facing the wrong way. They put us on the wrong runway, so we're going to have a nice 13-knot tailwind because I'm not going to take the time to taxi. It's back taxi. So wish me luck. That's going to be interesting. Let's get a set of flaps down, and let's read about where we're going. So we're going to lift off and set a course to the northeast, so 46 degrees. That's what we're going to look for on the compass. Parallel Route 3, pass over a small range of hills, and then pass over the city of Mirabales, located on the confluence of a number of rivers. 10 minutes out, so that's a long journey. So let's get going to parking brake off. Let's get out of here with a nice tailwind, which is not how you take off normally. And then head to the northeast. Whoa, wind is so strong I can barely get this thing to stay on the runway. Yeah, look at that wind sock. Not in our favor. Gonna take a lot more runway. There we go. Let's get off the ground before we crash. Brakes us up. The wheels flaps coming up. Let's get some climb here. Then we'll head 46 degrees, did it say? 46 degrees for 10 minutes. Looking for a town over some hills. And then we'll read about the next thing. What does it look like for hills? Oh, we got to really climb. Alright, here we go. 46 degrees. And climb like crazy. Look out the window because we can. Beautiful city. So those of you with eagle eyes will realize that in all of my excitement of the turbulence and everything, we went the wrong way. There's the airport there. We were coming this way. We were supposed to turn left, but I turned right for some reason because I'm crazy. We were supposed to turn left and go this way, so we're actually supposed to be like right up here flying over these hills. I don't know what I was thinking. I know why, because in my head I was on runway 30 or whatever, 28, 30, whatever it is, 28 I guess. So yeah, I blew that. That's okay. Is OAT above freezing? I think so. Yes, it is. Well above freezing, so we can go into these clouds just fine. Over the hills. We'll keep live weather going for a while. But my 44-minute leg probably just turned into an hour or something. But that's okay. What else is there to do that's more important than flight sim? Nothing. Alright, we made our climb out away from Port-au-Prince over the hills in the right direction. We're over the hills right now. I can see where we're headed. There's the town we're looking for. Maribalai, or whatever it's called. We are at 6,640 feet. I tried playing with the mixture, but auto mixture must be on or something, because when I move the mixture around, nothing happens. Well, there it finally happened. You can look over here on the RPM gauge, but you have to bring it almost all the way back to kill it. So whatever, we're not going to mess with it. We're just going to keep heading towards our town, which just rendered in even more. You can kind of make out where the rivers are. There's a river there, there's a river there. Probably some rivers over here, maybe underneath us. But it's very windy, very bouncy, but it's very fun to hand fly this thing. But 5 hours of this, whew, that's a lot. But I'll have to break it up. Alrighty, since the town's going under the nose, let's read about the next place we're going here. Next place is Lake Pellegre. I don't know, I don't speak French at all. My wife does, though. Continue on course to the northeast and gain a visual on Lake Pellegre, the second largest lake in Haiti. The lake is a reservoir that formed on the Artibonite River with the construction of the dam, the tallest dam in Haiti, pass over the western extremity of the lake and the dam. So we'll look for the dam. So first we gotta get over our town, which is right here, and then we have to look for this big old lake reservoir thing, which it said was only 3 minutes out. Oh, is it that? Do we have to turn? I just totally didn't even think about that. I mean, it says turn 54 degrees. We're already doing 45, so I guess we can turn 54. And it might bring us over there. Well, there's 60, so maybe we're far west of where we're supposed to be, perhaps. And I stepped away for a second to go to the restroom while I let the plane fly, and there's no autopilot, and it almost put us into these mountains over here. So now I gotta get back on track. Yeah, so now, I don't know, whatever. But that's what we're looking for, I think. So let's get over there. Looking beautiful, though. Even though we're all over the place, this leg is crazy. We took off the wrong direction, or we turned to the wrong direction. I almost flew into these mountains instead of the reservoir. But we know where we are. It's just a little rough. That's why when you fly with me, it's reduced rate, right? I guess, because these things happen. But at least we're not worried about icing. There's the dam just rendered in. So I intentionally put us to the east a little bit so we could see it out the window. So let's read about the next thing, because we are almost there. So next thing, continue to the northeast, so 41 degrees. What are we at right now? We're about 36 degrees, 35 degrees. So we'll get to 41 in a second. Don't get antsy there, turtle. And follow the general trend of Route 3 through the mountains. So there's a highway through the mountains, okay. Gain a visual on the Toussaint River, which flows through heavily forested hills. Sounds beautiful. Pass over the town, located just north of the river. So there's the dam. And then we're going to head to Thermondie or whatever. Following this road through the mountains. Well, there's the road right there. So let's hop out here. Okay, there's the road going up there. And where does it go? And it winds away behind the cloud, but it's very easy to spot. So if we put ourselves to the east, we can see it out the window. If we are over it, we can't see where we're going. So is there a road there now? There you go. We're going to follow this road to the next town, which is about 4.5 minutes away. Feels longer than that. There's the dam. And let's keep going. 4.5 more minutes. Let's see. Well, the road I was following went that way, and we're at 34 degrees, so that can't be the road. But there's another road that comes back here, so maybe that's it? Coming back? I'm just going to keep holding our heading, you know, around 35-ish degrees or so, just in case we're to the east, because we were to the east to see the dam. And now I'm just looking for the town. So what does the reference image look like? I mean, it looks like this, right? Maybe. I'm looking, there's a little bit of curvy road sticking out. So I think that's our town there. I think. We're going to pretend it is. Ooh, then we got to turn 353 degrees. We got to turn to the north. We'll do that in a minute, after we're sure that's our town. Don't want to overspeed here. Alrighty, then we're going to head to Hinch, follow Route 3, which I think is this, to the northwest into a broad forested valley. Well, that'd be all of this. The city lies at the bottom of the valley and the confluence of a number of rivers. So, okay, and then there's this lone mountain. So we're looking for this mess. 353 degrees, huh? Okay, well, let's turn 353 degrees and hope we're on the right track. Yeah, that's definitely the town we're looking for. So Route 3, because there's a river. Route 3 must be this road here then? What are we at? 360, 355, 353. Okay, so we're going to follow one of these roads to this here. This must be what we're looking for. Okay. So far, so good, I guess. Well, I think we went past where we were going because we were only supposed to go another 4 minutes, and it's been about 9 or 10, and I never really did see a town. I mean, there's some scattered stuff here below us. Maybe that's what we were looking for, it's like right here, the scattered town. I'm not sure, so let's just keep going here, read about what's next. We do have a big town underneath us. Maybe we're already to the next place. Pignon, I guess. Continue flying over the route for 7 more minutes. 3:43 now. We're at 3:33, so let's actually go this way. Pass over the town, located where the route crosses the river. Okay. After colonization by the French, the town and the surrounding valleys became major producer of tobacco, coffee, bananas, and sugarcane. Today, the region is one of Haiti's leading sugarcane producers. Okay, so Pignon we're looking for, huh? Okay. I mean, a reference image was a lone looking mountain thing. I don't know. There's an airport there, so maybe that was the town we were looking at before. I don't know. I'm not lost, I just don't know where I am. Does that make sense? Wait a second. This is Pinon. Just see how it goes by the rivers? Okay, so, whoa, airplane go. Okay, so I was daydreaming a lot longer than I thought, because we're already a waypoint ahead. So that matches the description. Huh. But I want to know what this reference image is, though. Maybe we're too high. I bet if we were lower to the ground, it would make sense. Let's see if there's the river coming through. Boom. And there's the road. See? Okay. Keep going. 4 minutes or less. Parallel the route to the northeast, remaining to its west. Pass over the mountain village, located where route intersects the river. Mid-1700s by colonists. And major producers of bitter oranges. Okie dokie. I'm just trying to look at this. See, I'm kind of not speaking clearly because I'm looking for this, but I think we're so high above ground level. See, we're above all this terrain. That's why we don't see it like they do in the image. Oops, too many things. Oh, can I do this with my airplane? Gonna go crazy here. Yeah, that was definitely our town. So, okay, I don't know. We're just, like I said, we're so high above the terrain. It doesn't match what they're showing us. So what, 332 degrees, what are we at? 310, 20, we're on 332. So let's go this way for a couple more minutes. I'm trying to find this place. And we're so high, it should be right in front of our nose. There's one of the routes, one of the roads. I keep clicking. Do you hear my mouse clicking? Because I keep clicking on here trying to move this around. That's why my mouse is clicking. I'm like trying to see. I'm doing this with my yoke, but I was trying to use the mouse for some silly reason. I don't know why. I'm just kind of got a lot going on right now. So there's the rivers. I think the town is going to be underneath us because we're so high up. Not sure. Alright, we picked up the road. So I bet that's a town, or is that the next one still? Is that St. Raphael? And these are these mountains? Or is that Dondon? And these are the mountains. Well, let's keep reading. Dondon, parallel the river, the road, and go to the mountain town. It's renowned throughout the world for its caves. So that could be it, or that could be it. One of these two. The most famous of these caves was that place where Taino created petroglyphs. You can read about the rest of that if you want to pause. My voice is getting to be disappearing here. So what is after that in case we're off by one? Milo. Turn over that place. You can read about this. This is too much to read. My voice is almost gone. Located, okay, Haitian considered to be the most influential structure. Liberated Haiti. So I think we're going from there to there. Pretty confident about that. Yep, see there's water. Airport's on the water. So airport's over here. So, yep, and there's a big turn, see? We're going from 348 to 29 to 19. So we're kind of doing like this arc. So I bet we have to end up over here, because see there's water there. And there's water here. And there's a mountain across the water, and there's a mountain across the water. So I think we're going around this mountain. We're going to land over here. Okay, we know where we are. Again, you can read that if you want to. It brings this section to the close. Kingdom of Haiti. Inland of the Bay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go this town, and then head towards the water and look for an airport. So I want to stop talking while I fly the rest of this. Because I don't know why my voice is gone. I haven't been talking that much, have I? Enjoy the sightseeing. I'll see you when we get there. Alright, decided to have a little bit of fun with the radios here. So we have an ADF card. So I pulled up the map. And I waited for it to load. Please load. I zoomed in over here. We have an NDB. I think we're turning. Clicked on it. 288. So I put my ADF to 288. Bam. Just pointing at the NDB, which is basically the airport. I believe this will bring us perpendicular to the runway though, but that's not a problem. So a few more things we need to do before we land. I'm curious if this has ILS. I'm just curious. No, it doesn't. So we'll use the NDB or the ADF to get there. And Mitch is the airport, so let's pull up our weather here. Live weather. And Mitch. No, none available. We can try some other nearby airports to see if it tells us. Yeah, it does. 10 knots from 310. Doesn't mean it's at Mitch, but it'll get us in the vicinity. So 310. So what's our runway? Closest to 31 will be from the south here. So 23. No, 5. Sorry, 5 is closer to 310. So this is, whoops, I closed the wrong button. Down here is runway 5. So we're going to look for it and then land that direction, left to right. So let's go over here. Point. Oh, we're pointing right at it. So we're pointing right at the airport. As soon as it comes into view, we will adjust course to land. Hasn't rendered in yet. We'll have to be a little bit closer. We'll start descending soon as well, but that is beautiful. Alrighty, so what does that mean? It means we just start descending as soon as we're over these mountains. Look for the airport. Go to the left to land to the right. I could pull up Sky Vector, get the weather from there if I wanted to, but that's outside of the sim. I like to do everything within the sim. That's just how I roll. So let's adjust barometer and gyro drift. I hit D for that. And keep pointing at the dealio. You can adjust the card so you can come in from a certain heading. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to point towards it. Whoops, getting a little bit off here. Still don't see the runway rendered in yet, though. How close is it to the water? That's my question. Is it like right up against the water? I don't know. Whoop, okay. Town just rendered in right here. So maybe the runway's in that area. We'll have to see in a minute. I was gonna do some sightseeing shots, but it's just so difficult to set up sightseeing when they don't have autopilot, so we're just gonna ramble on through this. Let's bring back throttles a little bit so we descend. Remember, you bring back throttles to control your ascent and descent. You use pitch or nose up and down to control speed. So if I point down, yeah, we'll come down, but we're gonna speed up a ton and risk overspeeding. So I'm just going to bring back throttles to descend. I'm actually trimming down as well, so that will speed us up, but I'm still controlling our descent with throttles. Still don't see an airport though. There's a cool looking town there. I think that's one of the towns we were supposed to look at because I got a save icon. So one of these towns is that one. I also have to remember in this navlog when they show us pictures, they're showing from other angles sometimes, not the angle we're looking at. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to look at or not, but we're enjoying that town because I looked away for a minute and the airplane turned. Still no runway, but this is rendered in pretty detailed, so I'm assuming our airport is in here. If I look at the VFR map, when it loads, if it loads, yeah, yep. So there's the water, there's the bay thing. Oh, there it is, just rendered in, bam. So we have visual on our runway, so we will continue flying though, aiming at this. Whoop, line that up with that please, and then as we get closer we'll take a right traffic pattern. We'll turn left to join the right traffic. Still descending, still bringing throttles back little by little as we get over the mountain ridges, and We're about to end this leg. I've been recording for almost an hour and a half. Not sure what the final video edited down is for you, but another town to look at there. This looks cool. Be fun to take a kayak out there. And yeah, looking back. Whoa, let's keep an eye on what we're doing here. So as we plan for the next leg, which will be the next video, which will probably take us over here, make sure you're subscribed, the notifications turned on, so you know when that next video goes live. And make sure you hit the like button so people know we exist. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person doing every single bush trip. And I have a lot of support in the community. I have a lot more support than my subscriber count represents. But you can add to that support by hitting the like button. I myself have been hitting the like button a lot more often than I used to. So there you go. There's a runway. Of course, we'll give ourselves a little bit more of a final. I just want to get towards it. And of course, the ADF or NDB gets way more sensitive the closer we get. But we don't need it anymore because runway's in sight. No ATC in this bush trip, which is okay. Anyway, what are we looking at? Good speed, good descent rate, very windy. Hopefully, we have a good headwind off the ocean. Because remember, we've been flying this with live weather so far, which is awesome. I love when we can do that. But if the winds get too crazy and we crash, then we'll have to turn that live weather off. Because this is borderline realistic, I think. 13 to 15 knots with gusts. I think in this aircraft, that's kind of pushing it. I can't remember. I used to know all that stuff. I can't remember. But anyway. And there's our runway. So let's give ourselves a little bit more of a final. Just because I want to be able to get comfortable with the wind before we touch down. And the more distance I give us, the more we can accommodate that wind or acclimate to it. Whoa, I don't know what that was all about. Oh my gosh, okay, let's stop looking at the town. It's beautiful and everything, but it's time to stop looking at it. Alright, let's get ourselves into flap range here. Come on. This wind is insane. I really hope we don't crash, because I have to redo like the last 10 minutes or whatever. I really hope we can land, even if it's a scary landing. First set of flaps, even though it's a little early. There we go. Throttle's been back for a long time. That was a steep descent. And we're still really high. I'm just looking out the window at our runway there, since there's no peripheral vision. 2 sets of flaps. I think we only have 2. No, we do have 3 flaps. Let's just stick with 2 for right now. Oh, screw it. Let's go full flap. Who cares? Let's go full flap. And nose down to keep our speed up. Oh, boy. Let's get that runway in sight. Again, no peripheral vision. Makes things a little more challenging. But we do have full flaps. We can go down to 37 knots, I think. Something like that. Oof, can we look outside one more time and enjoy the view? Maybe. Oh, that looks cool. Alrighty, let's fly an airplane now. Oh boy. I feel like we're not even moving because the wind is so strong. Look at this crosswind from the left, which means it's going to be a worse crosswind when we turn onto final. Oh my word, what is this going to be like? If we land this without crashing, I'm just going to be confused how. Because we have a perfect, yep, it almost flipped us over. We now have like a perfect 90-degree crosswind. Look at, oh man. So, how do we land this thing? Left wing down, right rudder. Left main touches down first hard, then right, then front. You want to slam this into the ground and get down there quickly so that you don't roll over or slide. I mean, not slamming it down where you damage the aircraft, but it's not going to be super comfortable for the passengers. So let's see what we can do. We're going to ride this out as long as we possibly can, so we can get used to it. And now we want to get it down quickly. Down, 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 down. That's full right rudder, folks. That was full right rudder. Flaps up so you don't roll. I have left wing all the way down and right rudder all the way down. You know, can't even tell, can you? Holy cow, that was not fun. Actually, it was super fun. What am I saying? That was super fun. Scary, because I didn't have to redo part of the leg, but that was super fun. Okie dokie. I already told you, subscribe and like button so you know when leg 3 comes out. I gotta rest. That was intense. I'll see you next time.